Movement. Finish that. Good job.
Two more.
I think it's really just learning from the mistakes of last year, like what we did wrong leading up to it. We talked a lot about our attitudes and respecting our opponent, which I don't think we did a good job of last year, and it showed in the result. And so we've been really hammering home to these guys through film and through just the drills we're setting up and doing, how great Dom Shalafor is and how great a couple of their midfielders are, and they have a couple of great attackmen, and they have the recipe for an upset. But it's more like we just got to execute what we do. I felt like last year I was coaching not to lose, and now I'm coaching to win, which I feel much better myself mentally, and I think my players feel that based on like how I am at practice this year compared to last year.
Second ball.
I think we just got to keep doing the same things we've been doing all season. I feel like we've worked hard all season. We just need to change a little bit of like coming out slow on every game. I feel like we just need to be ready. It's playoffs and anything could happen. Every team could win anything, and we just need to be ready for that. We need to come out at the start of the game and play all 4 quarters and not come out at the second half like we sometimes have been doing.
I'd say now we are just like right where we need to be. We're gonna push that through today into tomorrow, and then I think we should be good. But last year, I'd say we were just like kind of like, oh, it's not gonna be that tough. Like it's whatever. We're gonna go into. We crushed them in the earlier season, but now we're kind of like anything can happen. They have a great goalie. Like we need to just be ready no matter what, no matter who the team is. And I think like that Portsmouth joint practice thing was a great example of like how we're trying to change things to make it like different this year so that nothing like that happens.
You know, obviously Dover's a good team. They got some good players, but we just have to keep doing what we've been doing. We got to keep rolling the way we've been rolling, and you know, as long as we keep up our momentum and keep executing, you know, so hopefully we'll come out with a win on Saturday, and then we're just on to the next. So, you know, Saturday, as much as it's about winning, it's also just about building confidence at the beginning of the playoffs, and moving that forward, and you know, just keep going all the way till June 8th.
I have a little different perspective of it. I think it's a different brand of Bedford Lacrosse. We're here to prove something. You know, we're not going to take teams lightly. We're going to try to stick it to teams, even if we know we might be better than them, or statistically we are the better team in the matchup. We're still going to go in, give it 110%, and just try to run through teams. Yeah, at the end of the day, we have our eyes set on championships, so we're here to prove something to the state.
Freshman number 5, Dylan Rich. Starting defense, a senior, number 8, Spencer Henderson. Starting the goal for Bedford, a sophomore, number 12, Ethan Cobb.
Their urgency in practice has just flown through the roof, and it's bringing other guys up as well. And so it does feel like, you know, we've paid our dues here for the last couple of years. Those guys have certainly paid their dues, and it's like a celebration for them. Like, this is what we've been working for all year. Yeah, was it awesome that we could check goals off, like, you know, end the Exeter streak, end the Pinkerton streak? Absolutely. But I said to them, after all those accomplishments, you know, after we beat Pinkerton the first time, was our goal to beat Pinkerton in the regular season? And all of them, no. Was our goal to beat Exeter twice in the regular season? No. Like, after that Pinkerton game, was our goal just to be the 1 seed in the tournament? No. Like, our goal is to be holding that trophy up on June 8th, and those guys can sense that, and it's been really fun these last couple of practices to see their play elevate, and I'm just really excited to see them execute on Saturday.
Tristan to score, Kevin to score, and it's always a huge juice goal whenever our D-pulls score. they're full of energy because they don't get to score often. So they celebrate hard. Everyone likes to see when they score. So it's a huge energy boost for our team, and we'd love to see that happen. And then we just get the ball rolling from there. Once one falls, I think we just keep it going. Our momentum's crazy.
Definitely a big thing before the game. We had to start out with energy and keep it rolling throughout the game. A lot of games we come out and we're kind of flat to start out, and when it gets to end of the second quarter, beginning of the second half, we start waking up and start playing a lot better. But with Tristan being able to play, get the entire team all hyped up, it definitely helped us throughout the whole game.
And as a huge credit to Coach McDonough, who does a great job with our face-offs, he was like, hey, let's set the tone right away. Let's run this play. And I was all for it. And it was nice that Tristan got the goal because he does a lot for us in the middle of the field. And so for him to be able to actually score when he has a couple assists this year was great to see. But we definitely started exactly how I wanted us to start. And even though we had a slow second quarter, due to us being in the penalty box a lot, but I was very, very happy with how we started.
When that goal went in, it was kind of just like a big sigh of relief because obviously thinking back to last year in Merrimack, we were shocked on in a game we expected to win, and coming into it, there's even though we expected to win, there's just like that sliver of doubt. And when Tristan goes down and scores 10 seconds in the game, it kind of is just like a big sigh of relief. Like, oh, okay, like we're probably gonna win this game and keep going. We're gonna have more games together. So it was definitely a great start, and hopefully we can continue to play well in the first quarter throughout the rest of the year and break the trend that we'd set earlier in the year.
Because it really just built up our confidence. We knew that our game, we could beat anyone, and we were playing our game at the time, and it was working, so we just kept doing what we were doing.
You can take your foot off the gas when you're up 8-1, especially in a playoff game, but I mean, definitely, you feel the weight off your shoulders. Everyone's playing just way more relaxed. No one's really afraid of making that mistake because it's a playoff game, this and that. So I think everyone just played a little more comfortable, and we weren't too worried about making mistakes or dropping balls because everyone just wanted to play hard, get some goals and come out with a team win.
It's a hard balance with the game plan that we wanted to play, which was playing at a high pace, and especially defensively. We felt like when we were scouting them offensively, when they can get into their sets, they can be dangerous. And so we wanted to force the issue and really press out and kind of speed up their decision making. And when you do that, sometimes there's a wild stick that hits someone's helmet, or there's a hold, or there's this or that. So I wasn't necessarily upset with the penalties that we were getting, but it was just kind of, in a few of those timeouts, just reminding the guys like, hey, now we understand how they're calling this game. We can play fast, but we just have to be under control and be disciplined. So it was good for them to understand that balance of playing fast, but playing controlled and disciplined.
Hey, hold, we fire!
I was actually pretty sad after the game. It's a pretty sad thing to know that the field that I grew up watching the old high schoolers play on and hoping to one day get to play on and aspiring to be, and then playing 4 years of sports there and in football and in lacrosse, and then having my final ever game there, realizing that I'm never gonna have a Bedford jersey on that field again. It's a really sad feeling. It definitely hit after the game that like I'm never gonna be back here in this same environment. And that was a lot more sad than senior night. I think it's gonna be a lot more sad than Pinkerton game. If it's a lot more sad than the championship, because I just had a lot of memories, a lot of emotions at that field.
With this busy week of senior week at the high school and graduating, we're practicing our graduation. So we're coming into school for like an hour, going home, having some fun with our friends, and then we come here for a couple hours. It's strictly business. We're trying to stay focused, but it's definitely setting in with coming close to graduation and knowing we only have possibly 2 more games left. We got to get through Pinkerton first, but it's definitely setting in.
Before the game, my dad said to me that this will be my last ever time playing a Bedford sport at all on that field, so that definitely got me a little emotional. But then the game hit and we just played, and then after the game it hit me a little bit more too, but still got 2 more. Can't really look back on that yet.
In this shed has officially won a playoff game! Fantastic job. Really proud of you guys from Jumpstart. You guys were awesome, okay? But now's the real deal. Now it's Pinkerton for a third time, right?
Just a really cool moment, because when I walked into that shed last year and comparing that to how I walked into the shed this year, it was just, there was just that confident energy pregame, but then when I went in there postgame, it was just everyone was so happy and smiling. I could have said we were having 6 a.m. practice and they would have been so excited, but we were singing that song and they're high school boys, and so it's me getting them outside their comfort zone. But I always, after that first kind of chorus there, I always have to tell them to start singing, and I'm looking around and the usual kids who I got to remind to sing, they were all singing. And so that was really, really awesome, because now what we're saying to ourselves is, before that game it was sing 3 times, and now we're saying sing 2 times. And so they now are like, okay, we really love this song now. This really means something to us. So that was a lot of fun to see.
This guy set the tone. Ball pass! Tristan Carr, where you at? Let's hear it, everyone on your feet, let's go!
Coach Godger and Coach Bordeaux know each other very well, so they kind of know what to expect from each other. We're expecting to see a lot of zone, so we've been preparing for it. Practice pretty much the whole week, and it was pretty easy to prepare for that because Dover ran zone a lot as well. So, we kind of know what schemes to expect, but obviously Coach Godger probably has a couple of tricks up his sleeve. He's a very good coach, so we know that there's going to be some surprises, and, we can't just get nervous and throw the ball away, but to just calm down, take a step back, get your hands free when you're passing the ball and stuff like that.
I'm hoping it's just like the last 2 games, but anything's possible, so we need to go into it ready for whatever. But if it can go like it did the last time we played them, we shouldn't have any problems. But if we start not playing like us or playing like down, then we'll start to see problems. But I'm hoping that it goes just like how we planned it to.
I'm expected to see a good game. Pinkerton's a really good team. They've proved that. They've played in great games this year. They've played us pretty well. I don't know. Yeah, I'm expecting to see a great game.
I think they're going to throw something very different at us. They have a very good coach, and I think they're going to throw a unique type of defense at us to try and catch us off guard, and they're going to definitely cook something up on their offensive end to try and put our defense with a lot of pressure. But I think Coach Bordeaux and Coach Howe and Coach McDonough are all going to figure something out and help our team to success.
I think it's really going to come down to possession and the face-off. Actually, they have a really good face-off guy, and so do we. And we just need to get those ground balls off of there and score on our possessions. We need to talk on defense because their offense is also very good. And if we're talking, I think we're able to stop anybody in the state. And if our offense is also talking and running like they usually do, we'll be able to score a lot. And I think really just we need to put those two together and play as a unit, and we'll be fine.
There was nothing that we didn't do on Wednesday.
We got to the school. Everyone was there. I don't remember exactly what time it was, but once everyone was already at the school, the bus was even here, and coach was like, the BG Exeter game's getting postponed 45 minutes, probably more than that. So we're just gonna have to wait. And so we just waited. 45 minutes turned to an hour, turned to an hour and a half. Then we were there for, I think, 2 hours by the time we even got on the bus, which was something that was a little bit challenging because we couldn't like leave and go home because every single time the deadline would just move forward like 15 minutes at a time. So yeah, it was a really weird series of events, but it was also fun to play under the lights and play a later game.
I think we were just trying to do anything we could to stay focused and not get too distracted about just sitting there and waiting. I think we all just were really focused on getting the game going. We had some people stretching in the weight room. We had some people passing outside, and we had some people just like talking with each other and talking about the game and staying focused.
The bags were packed. Every kid was getting like their seat all comfortable. Coach comes onto the bus and is like, "But we have to wait." Well, it was 45 minutes, so we all got out, stretched our legs again, and kind of got all ready. We started packing the bus again. We got another delay, and it just kept happening. So we had a lot of guys go get food. We had some guys just kind of lay down and relax and just try and conserve their energy and try not all burn it all out before the game. So we're trying to be smart with what we were doing.
I was actually here like an hour before because we had to go over some plays with Coach Howe. So I was here like an hour before. I was already like, wow, this is I'm gonna be waiting here for a while. And then they were like, the game got delayed, and I was like, oh geez, all right, so now we're going back even longer. So I was waiting there for like, I don't know, 3 hours or something, and then we left. So in the middle, I went to like some gas stations and stuff, got some snacks and stuff, and then came back. So.
We loaded up the bus early. All the boys were on the bus, and we find out, we're gonna be delayed until 4:45, or sometime 5:45. So we kind of just hopped off the bus. A couple kids left. Got some like drinks or snacks at the gas station. But then we find out, it keeps getting delayed, and then eventually, the seniors, we had senior banquet at the high school, so we came in, we had catered Puritan chicken and mac and cheese. So the seniors, we had a good time. We ate some chicken, and then, right after that, we were on the bus to Bilbao Stadium. So honestly, like, it was bad, it was boring, but, we got some chicken, we got some good food. We had a good time with our classmates before we went
on
off.
the bus at like 5:45, and the bus got there early, so it got there at 5:30. So guys started getting on, and then all of a sudden I get a text from you, game's delayed. And now half the guys are on the bus, half the guys aren't on the bus because we weren't going to get on until 5:45, but they just wanted to get there because that's how excited they were. And then we met as a staff, and we were like, okay, what do we do? And then we were like, all right, it's not good for them to sit on the bus. So then I had a deck of cards because I was thinking that we were going to get there and there was going to be a delay. So then we just started playing card games in the weight room. Some guys asked if they could go get food, and then by that time you'd given me more texts that it was going to be even later. So I was like, okay, just be back by this time. Then there was the senior banquet here, so that was at 6:30, and now we were here for that. So, which was good for those seniors to be able to get to do that. But there was literally anything you can think of, we were probably doing it. We were watching movies. We were staying loose. What we were trying to do, we were staying loose because we felt like This was part of the adversity that we were planning on facing at some point in that game, and it happened to just happen before the game was when we faced that biggest adversity.
Hey, coming right! Under. Good job. Good. Way to talk to him.
Made some adjustments in the middle of the field. I think our ride is what really helped speed them up because it wasn't allowing them to get offensive possessions. I didn't think we did a good job their very first possession when they had that 4-minute stall. I was hoping that we would get out and press a little bit more to try and force them into mistakes. And it wasn't until they got the stall warning that they actually started going to the net, and then we were able to speed them up. But I was hoping in that first possession that we would kind of dictate the tempo a little bit more. But it was definitely the ride that helped us get a couple of those transition goals, especially in the second quarter, and get them out of their slow pace flow that they wanted to get into.
Keep it in! Hey, Bennett, don't let him catch it here. Under. Snap. Yeah, right.
We knew that they were going to slow the ball down on offense, and so we knew that we had to take advantage of our possessions, and I think we did that. We put the ball in the net a lot, and our defense held them down. They were trying to slow the game down and play the game at their own pace, but our defense really took the ball away most of the time, didn't really allow them to get shots off. So at the end of the day, slowing down an offense or slowing down the pace of the game, but you're not getting shots off doesn't really help. So our defense really held it down and gave us the opportunity to score goals, and that's just what we did.
Kevin, go now! Good roll, Hey, watch the skip here! Match up! Stick out, AC! Going! We need one! What's that? Jim lost it. That's it. You're out here. Good, Tristan. Now you get in. Now you get in. Oh, yeah.
That's really exactly how we wanted it to go. We blew them right away, right as the game started. They had no chance of catching back up. We just kept going. They couldn't really get started. So it was pretty it was pretty good to just like not have to like be worried about like the game at all, but also like know it's still a good game because it's Pinkerton and they've always been good. But yeah, I'd say it was just like a really good like way for us to go into the next game because we like got to like get ready fully against a good team. It's not like it was like a bad team. We got to like get ready against a team who's always competing, always been good.
Got him right here.
We definitely in the locker room. We were very excited. It was a very positive vibe. We were all super happy, but we also weren't getting too ahead of ourselves. We knew we had a whole nother half of lacrosse to be played, and if we can do it, so can they. So obviously, we were excited. We were happy. It was a little bit of celebration in our tones and our body language, but we also knew that we had a whole nother half of lacrosse to play, and we still had to handle things in the third quarter, and we still had to handle things in the fourth quarter. We just knew we had to keep going.
We just needed to keep going. Like, we couldn't hold up at all, just keep the pressure going. The offense just needed to keep doing what they're doing. Defense just keep stopping the ball like we had been. And I feel like we didn't really have a time to slow down where like no one in the locker room was like, oh, we could just chill out now and let the game go. Everyone was like, we just need to keep pressuring on. We need to keep getting these goals because anything could happen in the playoffs, and we weren't comfortable with our lead yet. We really needed to just keep going.
We were definitely excited going into halftime, but coming back out of the locker room, we knew that we had to refocus and really get back into it. We were talking about our halftime adjustments and stuff like that, and we came out, we kept firing, we kept scoring, and we held them to one more goal at the very, very end of the game. And we just really had to focus on staying locked in because it's always possible to come back 9 goals in lacrosse.
There was just so much focus, more than any game we've had all season, just because the guys wanted to get to Saturday so bad. And it wasn't that we were overlooking or doing anything like that, but they just knew it's in our locker room. Our second to last goal is state championship game, is getting there. And so they were just so focused on that mission. And we've said it in all those big halftime leads throughout the season, put them away in the third, put them away in the third, put them away in the third. And they've done that every single game that we've been leading by that much. And then for them to just finish it off in that third quarter was exactly what I was hoping for. And it was just an awesome second half to top that first half that we had.
T-cap! 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 Got a match up! Middle, four. Hey, we're 100. Hey, Brian, got that 2 slide! You got one. Having 2. Yep. Brian, 1. Hey, pack it in here, Brian. Hey! I love you, T-Cap.
Unreal moment. It was awesome. Like all the guys were together. We were all just like screaming. Like, it was awesome. We were throwing water around the locker room. It was like a phenomenal experience. I mean, couldn't ask for much more besides getting the next game. But yeah, I mean, it really doesn't get better than that. I'd say it was like just awesome to see like all the guys so happy. Compared to last year, we had guys like crying after the first game. So like this year, watching that happen, that's like what you want in a season. That's like what you dream to see. And then we get to go on and play another game and continue our season. I mean, that's just perfect for us.
It was a great feeling. We've accomplished a lot this year, especially from last year's, the way it happened. It gave us a lot of motivation. So coming in and, cleaning up like we did in the semifinal game gave us a lot of good motivation, and we were just excited to be there. Everyone was smiling, everyone was hugging each other. So I think that we have such a close team, and winning like that as a family is just so great for our program, and we're going to just play as a family on Saturday and hope for the best.
When the game immediately ended, obviously we were all super excited. Me personally, I was just thinking about like, man, we won by a lot, but we just won a semifinals game. We're Bedford, first time ever in the D1 championship. Like, we beat Pinkerton. Like, they're a really historic team in this league, and but that only lasted for a little bit. We have our eyes set on Saturday. We have our eyes set on tomorrow, and all year our goal wasn't to be in the championship. Our goal has been to win the championship. So, after those first couple minutes after the game, I just immediately moved on, and I think that was the same vibe in the locker room and the bus ride home. We were just thinking about Saturday.
There really is never a way to put it in words. You do have to be there. We had some players we had some of my buddies that played football with. They came into the locker room and started yelling and getting all excited after. And coming into the locker room, you could see like they were excited, but when they finally took a step into the middle of all of us, it just skyrocketed. Like, there's no better feeling to celebrate like that. But then right after all that, we all understood that we have a tough matchup coming up, and we already locked in and ready for the next game.